Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I'd like to ask whether Canada's Mark Carney has an early win after his first phone call as Prime Minister with Trump, with the US President describing the call, which he requested, as extremely productive. But first, for daily political commentary, please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. So, that a new Canadian Prime Minister had a telephone conversation with the US President, which is being described as productive. I mean, that's not newsworthy in normal times, but these are not normal times. Trump had denigrated Canada and its previous Prime Minister, referring to Trudeau as Governor of the 51st state and talking about annexing parts of Canada's territory. The call itself took place a full 2 weeks after Carney became Prime Minister, and Carney had made it clear that he had nothing to say to Trump until the US President was prepared to show a bit of respect. He'd also said that Trump had shattered their trade deal, that a new comprehensive agreement would have to be worked on again. The phone call happened because Trump requested it, not Carney. And afterwards, Trump described the conversation as extremely productive and that there would be a meeting very shortly after the April 28th election. Carney's office has said that the conversation was constructive and that comprehensive negotiations on a new economic and security relationship would begin straight away after the election. This sounds like a massive win for Carney, doesn't it? And in two ways. The first and obvious way is that he stood firm and Trump came to him on Canada's terms, which are only as simple as being treated with respect as a sovereign nation, but something Trump has found hard to do with anyone. But the second is for Canadian elections themselves. Like, Carney's called the election early because polling is favourable towards his party, and this will surely solidify that. Carney has already got Trump treating him with much more respect than Trudeau. Canada is prepared for a fight but doesn't really want one. So the offer of a new economic and security agreement, which fits Trump's new aims and could end the trade war and, of course, talk of annexation, that would be very welcome. That the talks will take place straight away after the election is, that's obvious anyway, because you couldn't realistically conclude them in 1 month, and Carney needs to get himself on the campaign trail. But it creates a situation whereby Carney has already shown that Trump is willing to treat him with respect. He's agreed to a complete rewrite of their trade and security cooperation in line with Carney's demands. So why wouldn't Canadian voters, who, according to polling, seem like they wanted his Liberal Party to manage things at this point anyway, decide that he should definitely be the one to lead the talks which he himself has set up? You know, the latest polling seems to show still increasing support for Carney's Liberal Party, with evidence of continued tactical voting intentions from the left-wing New Democratic Party, even though the Conservatives do still seem to be losing a little extra ground, but not enough to make the difference without that left-wing tactical vote. And I have to confess to sounding a little surprised at this turn of events, because I was thinking, wouldn't Trump have preferred to deal with a weaker Liberal government, a divided Canada, or even a Conservative one? Like, his behaviour with this phone call, both the request for it and the language afterwards, I mean, that's a boost to Carney, isn't it? It makes it more likely that the Liberal Party can win an outright majority, I would have thought. Wouldn't Trump have been better suggesting that he'd be more likely to agree something with the Conservatives? Or maybe Trump was advised that actually just his belligerent attitude is just driving support towards the Liberal Party. But I just think the way he's played this will do that anyway. Now, if I were politically neutral in Canada, I would definitely vote for the guy who just brought Trump to heel and showed every sign of being able to agree a new deal, which will work in Trump's favour, but also give Canada some stability in what promises to be some turbulent years ahead. American tariffs and Canadian counter tariffs, they both hurt Canadians. So the offer of ending them is definitely going to be the main issue for voters next month. And nobody will really know what that deal is going to look like, or even if it will be agreed within a few months or take years. People will go into the election essentially knowing nothing other than that Carney has made Trump act with respect, and they're going to begin talks on negotiating new terms straight away. I'd say that was a pretty huge win for the former banker with very little political experience. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.